efficiency technologies, looking at cameras and using cameras to identify traits in purebred cattle. They'll all be wrapped into this degree. So 1 year will be here on campus, and the labs will be, as I said, students will be involved in all of those kinds of things. And then there'll be a year of industry practicum. Okay. So the second year of the degree, we match a student with an industry partner, and they actually work with that partner on technologies out in industry.
Oh, that's super cool. I think that is just such a great opportunity for people that want to continue to further their career in agriculture, because really in agriculture, the sky's the limit as far as what you can do, especially right now with all these advancements in technology. So I like that you guys have kind of ran with that and are making it so that these students can have that opportunity. That's just, I love it.
Yeah, and then frankly, I kind of give our students credit for this, and also industry. I really want to thank the agriculture industry. We did a huge industry needs assessment, met with a lot of industry people, and asked them if we were to offer a degree, what should we be offering? And industry said, well, we can't find students to fill these technology kind of positions. So thank you so much to industry for working with us on that and continuing to work with us on building the degree. And also our students who kept telling me as dean that, gee, you guys should be offering a degree. I really want to stay. I want to do more education in agriculture, and I really like to do it here. So, yeah, our students help drive that.
Perfect. And it seems like the students and people that maybe haven't went to Lakeland, the students really do, they're kind of a driving force in this school. And even now with for me, I wasn't as involved on the farm other than for labs, like for large animal labs and stuff like that. But now the veterinary side of animal or the agricultural sciences has kind of added on the student managed clinic. So that's even cool that they have seen how successful the farm is and have now taken that into the new clinic. So I like that it keeps moving forward and keeps being driven by the students. I think that that's a really cool feature of Lakeland College.
And for us, Elisa, thank you for that. And yes, I always say that we have two customers. We actually have many customers, but clearly the students that come to us in industry, we bring students in. We provide you with an education and enhanced skill sets, and then hopefully you're much more employable, and you are much more employable for industry. So, we're that link in the middle, so it's really important that we connect to both students and industry and identifying and keeping up with industry in terms of their future needs, and also with students, right? And we know that today's generations do much better with experiential learning, almost that flipping the classroom concept. And that's really what's driving this. And I'm very thankful to work with the senior leadership team here and the marketing department that also supports, this experiential learning and drives us to get there, right? To move in the direction that students need us to be.
Yeah, and that's just so perfect as a potential student to get to see that opportunity for yourself. So we've kind of talked about your role, and I think we've already answered one of the questions about your favorite part about the kind of education industry is the students, for sure.
And I'm really privileged. Another favorite part, I work with great faculty and staff here, Lisa. I really do. And, so I do want to say that that's another great part of working here at Lakeland. The entire Lakeland staff and really lots of people use the word family here, and it's a great place to work. So my favorite part of working at Lakeland is that I work at Lakeland.
Yeah. It's definitely a community, and I think that all of us as alumni, when we head back home, we do miss that sense of community. So that's an important feature that you guys also have, is that it is family. So I think that that's also something that's important to mention. So your favorite part about being in education is really being in education. That's kind of the best part of the whole thing. So what is your favorite part about the agriculture industry?
Oh man, that's such a big question.
It is, yes.
Because I really I landed in the right place. I mean, agriculture is my passion. I have a penchant for both livestock and crops, actually, and on our own farm, personal farm, we have bison and beef and the crop enterprise farm with our son right now, and both our sons, one full-time, one part-time. I like them. I would have to say I am more orientated towards, that sort of the field work, not necessarily crops, but I like being in the field, whether it's in a crop field or whether it's on my horse in a pasture, assessing whether we need to move this group of cows to another pasture, but actually being involved in, I would say probably in the farming piece, right? And in commercial agriculture and the industry that serves that. I do have a penchant for that. I love being outdoors. I love animals. I really do also, am very interested in the science of agriculture and support science and love science. So, I'm privileged to have that as piece of my portfolio too, right? And be able to take that into the field. And I think that probably is where I'm going to say I land, is that mix between the art and the science. So the science, which is, which, as you know, you've learned a lot of science when you were here, but also the art is implementing that in the, on farms and in industry, right, in businesses. And I think that's really my sweet spot is taking what we learn from science and learn from other people and learn from experience, and then applying that, on farms and in businesses.
Yeah, and I think that people that are maybe not as familiar with the agriculture industry, they don't always see that part of it, is that kind of as you go through your years of being involved, you're kind of, I feel like as a young lady who's getting kind of involved in our day-to-day farming operations, you're just a sponge, and you are just trying to learn as much as you can and use those things as you get older. And I don't know if everyone really understands that, is that you never really stop learning, and I think that that's the most fun part about it.
I can't tell you how that makes my heart sing to hear that coming from you, because I think that's so, so true. And lots of people keep learning. Some, at certain points kind of stop or take a, bit of a hiatus from learning, but it is, you never quit. And I never quit. I mean, it's crazy. I've been in this industry 38 years, and I still have so much to learn and so much that I want to learn. You just never stop. And frankly, what you just told me is what I hope we instill in our students, that passion for lifelong learning. And for being open to new things and being open to learning. The industry is changing all the time. It's fast-paced. There's so many demands on us, right? The consumer wants to know everything about what we're doing, and then at the other spectrum, there's this whole fundamental science and everything in between. And we've got to keep learning with each other and with our customers as we age, I guess. So. For sure. I have to tell you that when you asked me about, sort of what I'm really passionate about in the industry or in agriculture, on a very personal basis, I think one of my favorite things to do is just get on my horse and go and ride our, in the coulee and where our cows run and in our pastures. And, I feel very lucky to have this, be the keeper of a precious landscapes and precious resources, which is what we have in agriculture, in the soil and the water and, in the field. So, I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, I think that is a very special part of the industry, is that you can either get on a horse or get on a quad and just head out and know that you're taking good care of the land and also providing food and different materials and all sorts of different things for the world. And I think that that's a very satisfying thing for all of us that get to have the privilege, really, of being in the agriculture world. And it's just so special to all of us, for sure.
And you said it really well again, Elisa. Super good.
So going back to Lakeland College, so you guys have kind of been faced with some different challenges, I'm sure things that no one was expecting to have to face. But where do you hope to see Lakeland College over the next few years? I know things have already changed quite a bit. You guys have added a bison herd and have all these different programs coming up. So what do you hope to see as you guys continue to carry on through the years?
Sure. That's a big question too, and some of it, in terms of when I look sort of beyond 5 years, I think what I rely on in terms of getting some of, our strategic direction in the future is certainly from our alumni, our students, industry, and our senior leadership team, and forming those strategies with all of those people. Right now, if I look at some of the, the bigger things we're working on for the future, as you mentioned, we're looking at the student managed ranch concept, which is about students managing a bigger landscape and taking care of the 3 pillars that, the Canadian Roundtable on Sustainable Beef talks about, and that is the economic, social, and environmental pillars. So this whole student managed ranch concept, the bison ranch will be a part of that, and a big piece of that, and in that we'll have a student-managed bison ranch, and we will embed, those pillars into that operation. We also would like to carry that concept into our beef, a beef ranch as well down the road, and that's something we're working on. And also building more strength in terms of learning outcomes in the area of range and forage management and managing that landscape. It's fairly strongly embedded now, but we think we can do a better job in the hands-on piece by having students actually manage those kinds of landscapes. So that's big to us. And we're working on, of course, we need to expand our land base to make that happen, and that's probably not going to happen overnight, but we're proud to start with the bison operation. As you know, too, we're also now offering a 2-year equine program, and as part of our animal science program. The ag technology degree I already talked about. There's Alberta Labor Skills Survey that the province of Alberta does, also suggests that there's going to be quite a demand for on the ag management side in terms of skills in the future. So we pay attention to that kind of data and information. So I think we're hoping that we'll be able to offer some kind of degree in that area. And I'm going to start working on that probably this year once we get the other degree in place. And then the other thing is more workplace learning. The province and this government has really indicated that that's important, and we think it's really important too. And experiential learning we do well here. We think we have an opportunity to take more of that to the workplace, where we actually have students who are taking courses here and also embedded in a real way in either practicums or other kinds of workplace experiences. So that's something else I think you're going to see us deepen. So students will have an option of either a student-managed farm, enterprise like crops or beef or dairy or whatever it may be, or a practicum in industry. We do some of that now. We've been piloting it the last couple of years, but I think you're going to see us strengthen that part. And then also, I think, Elisa, I'm really curious, and we'll do our homework with students and with some of our recent alumni about really having a better understanding of how students learn today. And we've seen changes to curriculum in the K-12 system and to the way that students taught, and we need to make sure that we are well aligned with that. And what we're seeing right now is, and some of this is due to technology, we know that a way larger percentage of students are visual learners, and so we've got to make sure that in all of our delivery here that we're paying attention to the best way to teach students. So I think you're going to see some changes, more flipping in the classroom, like probably less lectures and more involvement and in their own learning, students being more involved in their own learning. And so I think that's something, too, that I know our entire college, not just the School of Agriculture, is all of the deans are looking at ways to embed more